Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Daily Dose. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome America's newest voter. How exciting!
Yes, it is.
Dr. Mary became an American yesterday. I have to show you this picture. Let's see if I can make it work.
In a bit.
Look how cute he is with his little American flag. Yeah, so you and how many people became American citizens
Me and
yesterday?
10 others.
10 others and I.
No.
Yes. Yes. At the federal courthouse, I did not get to go in. I think we discussed that yesterday, so I missed the opportunity to see the ceremony. But I was sitting outside because it's the post office. It was a beautiful day, and I got to congratulate everybody as they were coming out, which was actually really joyful. I was talking to my mom as people were walking in after I dropped Maz off, and I said to her, "This is such an interesting thing because it was so incredibly diverse. So it was really lovely to be there and welcome them and celebrate with them, however briefly. Because I don't know if you all know this, but I'm not sure it's a super easy time to be a black or brown person in America.
Yeah.
Or an Asian person in America. Or really anybody who's not a wealthy white man, quite frankly. So welcome to the country, Dr. Mary. Please do your part to make it better.
I will.
Thank you. It will be fun to go voting with you.
It will.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to actually line up in the same endless queue at airports together too.
You say that now. The American line is always the worst line.
Well, you know, I used to
No,
go off,
the international line.
go to the bathroom, freshen up, collect our luggage, get a coffee, and Dana would still be in line.
Still be in the never-ending queue, waiting for someone to say to me, "What are you doing here? Do you like your mother-in-law? Does your mother-in-law like you?" It's a very funny series of questions you get asked going through.
They were, you
What's
know,
that called?
Immigration.
No.
Customs.
Customs. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So okay, well, we'll do that together going forward, which is nice. But as I pointed out yesterday, Dr. Mary did keep his Irish passport, his Irish citizenship, and say a sentence, please, Dr. Mary. I don't care on what. You can do your PhD topic.
Oh, you just want me to speak?
I do.
Yeah, I was thinking of working on the accent over the summer, but apparently I'm not going to.
We've kiboshed that. We're going to keep the good accent.
But if you think it's still a strong accent now, I've been living here 20 years, so I must have come with subtitles or something. When I actually I actually thought about it just this semester. I think I've been doing this for 15 years. I bet you in 2005 no one understood like a word I said.
It didn't matter. It was dreamy. So, all right, let's get to the topic at hand, please. I read an article and sent it to Dr. Mary yesterday called "The Real Cost of Your Drinking Isn't Revealed Until Long After You Quit" by a woman named Chelsea Flood. We have referenced her stuff in the past. The subtitle is "The Only Regret I Have About Getting Sober is that I didn't do it 20 years sooner." So I'm only going to read you the last two sentences, and then we'll put the article in if you're interested.
The good thing about that statement, just to jump in here
Yeah.
for a second. I said the exact same, almost exactly the same thing to my doctor a couple of years ago, and I was getting my physical. And he goes, "My God, you said you're in fine shape." I said, "Yeah, I wish I'd done this years ago."
Yeah. Well, you've referenced it on this show.
Yeah.
So, last two sentences. Three sentences, sorry. "The only regret I have about getting sober is that I didn't do it 20 years earlier. For problem drinkers, the best time to get sober was years and years ago. The second best time is today." And I love that because that's true of everything. The best time to start exercising was years and years ago. The second best time is today. The best time to stop spending excessively. The best time to invest in your own well-being, in your partner, in your education, whatever. There's always a time in the past where you could have done it, and that would have, I guess, been the best. But the second best time, and the only time you can actually do it now, is now. I love that.
A couple of years ago, I was at an AA meeting where a guy picked up his, he's old, he picked up his 40 year sobriety chip, and he gave this great speech I'll never forget. He's just made a list, and he said, "I've been happily married 50 years, well, 40, no, make it 35, because I quit drinking 40 years ago. I have a relationship with my children because I stopped drinking 40 years ago. My grandchildren are happy to see me because I stopped drinking 40 years ago." And he just went on, because he said, I own my home, I have a lake home. I retired early and we're quite comfortable because I stopped drinking 40. And it was just brilliant the way he just laid it all out. So, it goes back to this. I mean, we were talking in the car on the way back from spin this morning, and I have a relationship with my nephew and two nieces on Dana's
my side.
because I stopped drinking 4 years ago.
Yes.
I have a better relationship with Dana's two brothers, and my mother-in-law, her partner Bob,
Your sister-in-law.
your dad, and
Yeah,
your
I mean,
stepmom.
it's everything is improved. And would it have been great if you had done it 15 years ago? Sure. But you did it when you did it.
And I continue
And
to be
Quinn,
successful.
let's not
And-
forget
oh
Quinn.
God, yes. Quinn should have been second on that list, obviously.
Yeah. And your side of the family
Yeah.
as well. I mean, there's just, if you are struggling with something, if you are hiding something, if you are filled with regret about something, it would have been great to take care of it years ago. But it's every bit as great to start the journey today.
Don't wallow in it. Oh, I should have done this years ago.
Yeah.
It's someone posted on Facebook, I think it was a few weeks ago. Don't look at me. Don't try and find me at my old address. I don't live there anymore. And the whole point of it was, you move on with your life. So you didn't get sober 5 years ago, but you've been sober for 2 weeks. Nice job. Keep going.
Absolutely. Regret gets you nowhere. It doesn't serve you at all. So start today and take one tiny step. That's all you need to do today. You don't need to pick up your 40-year sobriety chip today, or to pay off all of your credit cards today, or to get your degree today. All you need to do is go online and register for a class, or put your drink down, or pay off a little bit more than the minimum on your credit card. I mean, whatever it is that you can do it today. Because eventually, today will be the past, and tomorrow you'll wish you had done it today. So do it today. You got anything else to say, Dr. Mary?
I mean, there's just loads of examples. I've got an example. I have a student who only takes 9 credits a semester. And she does that because she's a young mother and she has to work. And she's got this wonderful 2-year-old that comes in sometimes that does advising with me. Sometimes I think her 2-year-old knows exactly what she needs to do and I don't. But I even said to her, so you're not going to graduate in 4 years, you're going to graduate. And there's got to be more people than me around that would look at your CV and say, oh, you're a young mother and you managed to graduate with your double honours degree. Well done.
Yep. Just get moving. We talk so often about that incredible conversation I had with my stepdad the night before I went back to school after Quinn was born, when I said, I can't go back to school. And he said, Dee, just get in a boat. You're standing on the shoreline, you're watching all the boats go by, and you're not moving at all. Get in a boat. And once you're in the boat, you can hop from boat to boat to boat as you're moving down the river. But if you are on the shoreline, you can do nothing. So just get in a boat. It really is that simple. And if you're in the wrong boat, if you fall out of the boat, get back in or go to a different one. I mean, that's such a great analogy, because he didn't say get in a steamer ship and cross the ocean. There's scary things about that. A little lazy river with a couple of boats is not scary. You can swim that. You can paddle in that. You can safely be in that water, even if it doesn't go very well, and do just fine. So just think of your life that way. These are not all or nothing decisions. And if today doesn't work out, then get in a boat again tomorrow. But just keep moving.
Yeah.
I mean, even your citizenship is an example of that. Maz could have become a citizen years ago. Years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. Do you?
5.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that. But guess what? The first iteration of this citizenship thing came and went because Maz was drinking, and I could not get him to fill in the paperwork. It was as simple as filling in some paperwork. He wouldn't do it. So, 2 presidential elections he's missed. He could be filled with regret.
Yeah.
You know, we still would have gotten 45. So you can't own that entirely.
I put all my paperwork in so I could vote for not having 45. But of course, another thing that snuck around the corner was the pandemic, so everything shut down.
Right. Sometimes delays are out of your control, but a lot of times they are in your control. So control what you can. Take a step, take a risk, ask for help, make a change, and see what happens.
It doesn't have to be a big change.
You know, today at Spin, Jody said something really interesting. So we were doing some races, and she started by saying every
the enthusiasm
I know.
of Dana
It was a tough day for me at Spin today. But she
we
said,
were doing some races.
every 15 seconds, I want you to make a change. Whether that's increasing your tension or pedaling faster, or if you're sitting, standing up, make a little change every 15 seconds because you don't get stronger unless you push yourself. Okay? 15 seconds. Make a change. Mother wants to know if you would say this sentence. Do you have any aluminum in the garage, or maybe some vitamins? Could you say that, please?
That's tough.
It's not. Do you need me to say it for you?
I will say it the way it's supposed to be said.
You feel free.
Say it again.
Do you have any aluminum in the garage?
Well, it's aluminium.
Say the sentence, please.
Aluminum.
No. Dr. Mary, say the sentence as you would say it.
Oh, do you have any aluminium in the garage?
Or perhaps.
Or perhaps some vitamins.
There we go.
Because it comes from the term vital amine, vitamin.
Yeah, vital. You don't say it's vital. Anyway, ongoing conversation. Anne Riley, perhaps you can weigh in on how you would have said that sentence as the only other Brit we know watching this program this morning. Everybody else, thanks for your really lovely celebratory notes to Dr. Mary yesterday.
I appreciate those.
It was an exciting day, and now we have 11 more citizens of this country just in Fargo alone. So have a great day. Get in a boat. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.